What's good, y'all, man? It is your boy, Sniper Kicks, and today we're going to go behind the scenes on how we actually resell at a very high level. So today we did over $3,000 in profit. Yes, let me say that again, $3,000 in profit. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this as well. There's some systems and there's some strategies that we use to be able to make that much money in one day. Some people don't make $3,000 in one entire month, and we did it in one day reselling sneakers. So make sure you listen up, make sure you take notes, make sure you start implementing these things that I'm talking about, because it was fairly easy. We spent literally no time to make this $3,000, during this day. So we're gonna go over numbers, we're gonna go over tactics, we're gonna go over marketing, we're gonna go over getting the sneakers to be able to sell that much in a day. So this is gonna be a great video, and you guys know Cyber Monday was yesterday, so I'm gonna show you how we implemented some things, give discounts to customers, tracking our customers, all that good stuff there. So I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you stay into the end, because there is something special for you guys in this video for the people that stay into the end. So we're gonna get into it now, go on the computer, and kind of go over some marketing tactics that we utilize. Let's get it. So first things first, every single day in the morning, one thing that we do is that we market the products that we have. Reasoning why is because if people don't know you have a certain product, it's virtually impossible for you to sell the sneaker. So one thing that I leverage, and again, this takes some work, so you might not be able to do it right away, is that I utilize my social media following. So in the grand scheme of things, I have followers on Twitter, followers on Instagram, followers on YouTube, as you see right here. So I need to leverage the people that already know me to let them know that I have sneakers. So every single morning, what we do is that we go on Twitter, we put the sneakers that we got there, and then we also go on Instagram, and we put the sneakers that we got there in my story. So I like to maximize a website right here. So if you go right here, if you go to sniperkicks.com, this is actually a Shopify website. And Shopify is great. Back in the day, guys, I used to sell just based off Instagram DMs. I still utilize all the apps. If you look at my StockX Flex account right here, we sell a lot on StockX as well on the Flex. I love the consignment because you're able to charge more. Right now I have about 48 listings that are there. And, StockX Flex is a phenomenal platform to utilize. And I made a lot of money, with StockX Flex and different things that we did. As you see right here, 408 right here completed. So that's a lot of sneakers, over 400 sneakers right there selling with StockX Flex. So that is some of what we do. We sell a lot more than 400 sneakers, but we utilize that channel to sell, sneakers there. But again, the website is huge because it just systemizes everything. If you're beginning, you might not have a website. You may have to do Instagram DMs. You might have to do, Facebook Messenger, whatever it may be. That is sustainable for your business. So we're going to market this. We're going on Twitter. We put the sneakers that we want, that we have in, inventory. We put out that tweet. Then we go in our story. We put that out as well. Also, what we did to make these 3,000 with no effort is that we did a discount code. People love discounts, guys. People love discounts. And what we did is that we did a $40 site-wide discount. So what that did, it gave people urgency. It's like, man, I need to hurry up and buy something from Sniper Kick's website because he's giving $40 off. So you got to put it in a point where the margins make sense. Where my margins, $40 make sense because I'm going to do a lot more volume and I'll still make my profit. And we'll kind of go over the sneakers that we're able to sold. But again, being able to market to people, again, if you just utilize the apps, start building a clientele. I'm going to show you guys something, with Shopify. And that's why I love Shopify. You got to do this manually because most of you people that are watching this video do not have, a Shopify that collects all the data for you. If you look through here, customers, look at that. There's 2,013 people that I can contact right here that have bought something from me. 2013. So guys, I have a whole client list that has bought from me. So that's what most people don't understand about business, guys. People do not understand is that companies that are very successful, let's say outside of sneaker reselling, they have a client list, they have a CRM, they have an email list that have hundreds of thousands of people. That's why they make tens of millions of dollars a year, because they have a lot of customers. And that's what you want to do with sneaker reselling, being able to track that and really move forward right there. So again, that is that right there. Another strategy that we utilize is something called pre-orders. And I always look at the calendar, guys. I always look at the calendar of what is coming out the next 2 months. Reasoning why, because I know I'm going to get the sneakers. I know for sure because I have relationships with so many bulk suppliers, guys. Like you name it, the Travis Scotts, the Jordan 11s, whatever it may be, I will be receiving it. So there's a sneaker that's coming out, and I just go on the calendar, use whatever platform, and there's a sneaker that's coming out in these next days called the Jordan 3 Fruits of Our Labor, which is the Miami Hurricane. So what we benefited of is that we did something called a pre-order on that sneaker. So I listed on my website right here. You can actually see it right here. Bam, let's go right here. Is the SoFly collab. So we're doing a pre-order. So we're guaranteeing people their pair, and you can utilize this strategy as well. Jordan 3 SoFly Fruits of Our Labor, and as you see, we're selling it for $600 right here, $600. But now with that $40 discount, they're buying it for whatever, $560. And from the amount of orders we got over 30 plus orders, and some of these orders right here are not on Shopify. Some of them is from people that actually buy multiple pairs, and they get a better price because they're buying multiple pairs. So as a result, we sold so many of these. Let me look at right here, about 35-ish pairs of these Fruits of Our Labor from the website, and also selling them to people in multiple quantities. So it allows us to do volume without needing one customer every single time. So that's how we're able to kind of do that with these Jordan 3 Fruits of Our Labor. Also, there's some sneakers here. Like we completely sold out of this sneaker. Where's it at? Bam. The Jordan 3 H-Town. As you see some of the labels here, Jordan 3 H-Town completely sold out of this sneaker. So we sold multiple there. We also sold, bam, this. I actually started selling some of my collection right here. And where my collection, these been going crazy. And again, with that discount code, it allowed us to really move forward. And this is some of my stuff in my collection that I've been selling. It was a lot more, but we sold a lot. Like we still got some stuff here, like the Travis Scott. You see the receipt, the Travis Scott 6s. We got some military blues. We got some What the 5s. We got some Jordan 11. Wouldn't like 96s. We got a lot of Jordan 1s, as you see right here. Bam, the Pine Green. We had the Rebellion there, the UNC to Chicago, the Jordan 17, the 85 Black White, the Taxis. So a lot of stuff right here that we've been able to sell as well. And again, that $40 off discount is really, really beneficial. So majority of the sales that allowed us to do 3,000. And let me actually look at this right here. The exact number that we made today is right here, 2,930 right there. So, bam, of what we've been able to make just from the pre-order method. Also selling different sneakers that are in my collection, also sneakers that are inventory. So that's something you want to do. If you want to start making money, again, start building your client list. And on top of that, guys, make sure you're utilizing all apps. And on top of that, start giving people discounts. Where like now you start building clientele, give people discounts, and you're able to move forward. And again, have inventory to sell. That's one of the biggest things there. So during December, as you guys know, most people are buying sneakers. And one of the hottest sneakers, guys, and we actually sold a couple of these as well. Let me actually bring this out. We actually sold a good amount of these, guys. You don't understand how many Jordan 11 Gammas we have sold. You don't understand how many of these that we had sold. My goal is to sell at least 300 Jordan 11 Gammas. That is my goal, to sell at least 300 of these. But if you go through here, we're selling these Jordan 11 Gammas. Bam, we're selling it for $400. Right here. They got that $40 discount, $360. We're still making so much profit on that sneaker. And we have sold so many of these Jordan 11 Gammas. So that's really the breakdown of how we made the $3,000 in a day. And it didn't take much time. The biggest components of it is the clientele. You got to be able to get the sneakers. That's where, kind of bulk suppliers, vendors that you have relationships with that are able to come into play. Because you guys saw me go to the mall and, I was able to get some Black Cat 4s, but it took too much time. I was out for hours and I got 1-2 pairs of Black Cats. Whereas, me using bulk, I got hundreds of black cats that I was able to sell. So that's the benefit. And guys, you want to learn how to do this, bulk suppliers, being able to implement these strategies with pre-orders, build clientele, all the things that I'm talking about to make 3,000 in a day. Make sure you get my free live training. It is going to be spectacular, phenomenal. All the adjectives that mean great. All you got to do is click the link in the description section, sniperkicks.info right there. Again, make sure you put your information. You'll be good to go. You'll get notifications when it goes down on Sunday. That's going to be a heck of a time. So sneaker reselling isn't difficult, but you need to have the systems and the structures in the business to actually have success. Because what most people try to do, they get a sneaker like this Jordan 11 Gamma and they just dump it on StockX. That is an amateur. That's an amateur. Why? Again, I use StockX. You see StockX Flex. What I love about StockX Flex, the fees are lower as well. I believe my fee is maybe 6%. I'm not 100% sure, but it's 8%, something like that. It's lower than what you would do on StockX, and you can charge higher because there's a barrier of entry. What a barrier of entry means is that everybody can't use StockX Flex. You got to have at least a level 2 account, and many people don't have that because they don't have the volume of sales. So I'm able to charge higher. That's why that's why you saw there's over 400 and whatever sales, because again, I utilize them. So I have that higher level, with them. But with like this Jordan 11, most people just dump this shoe on StockX. After fees, all those different things, you're making money, but it's not as much as I'm making. I sold a lot of these for $400. I did the discount. Now people are getting it for $360, but that's way more than what you would sell on StockX and all those different places. So it's implementing those strategies there. So again, reselling isn't difficult. I basically showed you exactly what I did to create $3,000 in profit, taking pre-orders, being able to fulfill them, having a discount code so customers gives them urgency to buy, having the structures and systems like a website. Again, you don't need a website until you get to the level. Be able to market every day. You saw me market the sneakers on Twitter. And this is what, like, for instance, like a marketing on Twitter would look like. Sniper Kicks, and you would see I would just, bam, right here, $40 off, and I'll just show them. People would click that link and then they'll go for there. Again, Cyber Monday right there, very simple. Again, on my Instagram story, very similar to this. That's how I would market. But again, I have the lever or the leverage because I have a following that I built over time, and I put the groundwork to do that. Some people use advertisements or ads to try to do that. If you're beginning, don't use ads because you're not going to be effective because you don't know what you're doing. But again, this is the kind of process, the system, and I want to make this video for educational purposes of how you can be able to do it. You got to build the foundation. You got to be willing to put the work beforehand. Therefore, you can make 3,000 bucks in a day. Again, SoFlies, Gammas, H-Towns, shoes for my collections. I'm selling sneakers in bulk, quote unquote, to customers that you have that are buying multiple pairs. That gives you more volume and more profit. That's how we're kind of implement there, guys. But guys, man, that is a quick video of how I did $3,000 in one day. Specifically, 2,930 is probably going to hit 3,000 by the end of the day. But yeah, that's how you scale a business. That's how you grow a business. And again, there's always levels. There's even more levels. There's people probably do 30,000 in one day, but 3,000 a day is not bad without putting too much effort. But we have the systems of play to really move forward. But again, guys, do not sleep on this sneaker right here. If I'm a sneaker reseller, I'm going all in on the Jordan 11 Gamma. Reasoning why is because this sneaker, yes, it has 1 million pairs, but we did not have a shock drop. Also, there's only like 150,000 on the sneakers app, so many people take L's. There's a lot of demand, and how I know about demand is I use analytics from the platforms, but on top of that, you just see social media. How's the engagement of the sneaker? It's extremely high, so people will be going after these. Do everything in your power to get as many pairs of these. If it's at retail stores and you go around like I did on Black Friday, do that. If it's at bulk suppliers, do that, because you will be able to make money. But build a client base like I did, the 2,000 people that you saw right there. Therefore, you can actually move forward and start making money. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Again, make sure at the free live training, that's where I'm going to be over more detailed bulk buying, how you be able to do what I just showed you guys right here. Now we're going to pack up all these sneakers, get them out to customers, and then fulfill all those SoFlies as well that are coming in, and we'll be good to go. Really do appreciate you guys, man. You already know Sniper Kicks is out. Peace.